Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you guys are having a fabulous start to your weekend, and I hope you get to craft. We gotta craft, right? It's like this is a therapy. It's cheaper than therapy. Anyway, um, I want to make a tag out of this. I can't be the only one that's like has gone into either Barnes and Nobles or Michael's or any of the stores and seen these magazines that had these cute dies and stuff and stamps and just had to have them, right? And then after I have them, they sit on a shelf for a long time. So they're out today. We're gonna have a little bit of play with them. And I think I want to make a tag and maybe a card, but I'm gonna start with the tag just in case it takes long. I'm getting into this tag thing, and I think it's because I was kind of traumatized that last year my gifts looked so sad under the tree because none of them had tags. So let's get to this. Okay, I'm gonna get paper to stamp these guys on. We're gonna use alcohol ink markers this time. And I don't know, we'll decide what else we'll do from there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. And I'm going to stamp, where do we open this guy? It doesn't want to come out. Did I tape you down? Okay, let's get this out first. All right. Okay, so we're gonna stamp our gnomes. I'm gonna stamp both of them because I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet. And we'll stamp them out first and then we'll add the little hands in. And of course, as always, alcohol proof marker, I mean ink, because you don't want that marker to go all over the place. If you use VersaFine, this is for people who are new. If you use anything like VersaFine, once you put the alcohol marker on it, it's just going to spread because alcohol ink will move alcohol ink. But if you use a water base, which is what this is, or let's see, you can use something like this, which is alcohol proof ink from Spectrum Noir, or Memento ink, which is also the same. It won't move with alcohol ink, but it will move with water. So anything like the VersaFine, you're going to use on your watercolors. Okay, that's good enough. And now let's decide on some hands. I think one is going to hold the present, which is going to be this guy. And then we could have this guy holding a light. Or maybe the other way. Okay, let's try that. Hmm. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think that was stamped a little too much, but it's fine. Put this to the side. And then we could color them before we cut them out. Only because I may end up messing one up. Gotta be honest. Okay, we're gonna do this one in the jade tri-blend colors. I'm gonna flip it because it might still be a little bit wet and I don't want to ruin that ink. We always start with our light color, and that's with almost anything that you're gonna use to color with. If you're gonna use different shades, then you always start with your lightest first. So you would do the same thing with your, I mean, that's what I do with your alcohol ink, which is Spectrum Noir or any brand basically. Copics. There's a lot of off brands also on Amazon and stuff like that. And the reason I'm coloring his hat green instead of red is just I'm going to have a lot of red in the background, so I don't want to just make it all red, you know? So you look at it, do you like the blend? Do you want to add a little more green? Darker? We could do that. I sometimes feel that you get the best blend when you come back in. Yeah, there we go. We can do his gloves the same color. Then we're going to get a flesh tone. Let's see. I need to really buy flesh tone colors. Okay. We have his little shoes, and we could do his shoes in green also, just to keep in the theme of the green. And then the other one I'll just color off camera, just so we don't waste all of our time coloring these things here. It's already been 10 minutes. Okay. Now his little lantern, that I would do red, just to bring in the red. I think we're good there. And then we can paint our little candle yellow. This is a little dark. Okay. And as far as our gnome is concerned, we can come in with a light gray. Let's find our lightest gray. When you need it, you can't find it. Okay, and we're gonna just lightly shade in around his beard. Create a little more shadow there. And this is the time when I would come in with a blender pen and just smooth that out. Normally a blender pen is just to erase, but in a case like this, this is when I would come in and just take a little bit of color away. Soften it and bring it out more. That's the wrong one. That one is dry. And just soften those edges just a little bit. If you don't mind the harsh edges, that's fine. You can just leave it as is. But I just want to soften it up just a little bit. And then maybe add a little bit under his hands. And also blend that away. And we're going to do that to the other gnome. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have them colored, cut out, and now they're drying because I put glossy accents on them. So we're gonna leave those little guys there. And now we're gonna work on our background. I used a stitched rectangle die just to cut this out. I may need to use it again to get like a little snowy scene, but for now, I just wanna color a background. And I'm gonna use a pink and a blue. And I'm just gonna go in with the pink, not really worrying about the bottom because we're gonna put some snow down there. And then we're gonna come in with the blue. Now some may say this is too much for a tag, but I think I want my gifts to make a statement. Turn this over. And I'm going very bold with the color. I'm not trying to lighten it up at all. And then I'm gonna blend it into that one, making a little bit of purple. This is the Salty Ocean. Very pretty color. And of course, when you mix it with the pink, it's gonna turn purple in the middle. So we have like kind of a horizon thing going there. I mean, sunset action going there. And then we're gonna go back in with the pink just to blend it all in together. Get that looking more purple there. Okay, so then that's that part. Good enough. I don't want to overdo it, or maybe just a little bit. And now we'll go ahead and cut out of maybe the glitter cardstock. Yep, I have some here. We'll first cut it with this, and then we'll cut with a little stitched die and make it you know, mountainy. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna do our first stitched one there, and then maybe do this one here. And we could trim them down if we need to. The whole thing is that I want the sides to have the stitch. So let's cut those out. And again, if we need to trim anything, we can do that afterwards. Okay, so this one we would use down here. And then, maybe we need to cut it again. But this time, making the scene go the other way. So I'm just gonna cut it one more time and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna glue down the first little hill, and that's gonna go flat. Okay, that's good. Good enough. The other one will cover that. And then this one, we're gonna pop it up with a little bit of foam tape. And we're gonna go on the bottom. And then we can get a piece to go on top. And I'm avoiding this part because I want the gnome to fit a little bit under it. So It's going to be something like that. And because we're going to put it on the glitter cardstock, I'm going to add some extra glue just to provide it a little bit of more strength so it could stick to it for a long time. Okay. Okay. Oops. And then we're going to add that one there. And then we have to decide which one we're going to use. I think I'm going to use the green one only because there's a lot of blue here, and I'm afraid that one is just going to get lost in it. So we're going to glue that one down flat. And we're just going to put him there. I want his little shoes to show, so I'm not putting him totally down. And then just commit. So that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to cut out, what do we want for our background? Should we trim it in the cream? I mean the craft paper, and I think so. So we'll trim it out of that one, and then we'll start doing the layers for the tag. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have it cut, and now I'm just gonna glue this one directly on that piece. Everything starts coming together nicely in the center. And those colors look so pretty together. Straighten it out a little bit. Well, it's not even crooked, it's this. Let's see if we can move it down a little bit. Okay, good enough. We can add little snowflakes. Looks cute so far. Okay, now our tag portion, we're gonna cut it out of the red. And let me get my guillotine. I'm gonna cut it at 3 1/4. And then hopefully we're gonna leave enough space so we can add our sentiment on the bottom. And then I'm gonna cut this one 1/4 inch bigger. Or maybe, let's see, it's 3 1/4, yeah, 3 1/2 inch. And then that one will go there. And of course, we're not going to worry about it until we cut the top. And if we wanted to, we can even add some white cardstock if we wanted to just break up the dark tones a little bit. We can try it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I want to emboss this, but before we emboss it, we're going to cut the sides. And let's see what's the best way to do this. I think I'm just going to cut the red one first and then do like I did before, glue them on top and, you know, cut them. All right. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Let's do it there. So it's at 5 3/4, and then I'm just going to basically eyeball where I'm going to cut. And then maybe just take this and measure it up. Let's see. So this came off here. So maybe just bring it on the other side. I know there's an easier way of making tags, guys. I haven't figured it out yet. I shall figure it out sometime. Can't. Every time I try everything, it just doesn't come out right. So I'm just doing what seems easy to me. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So now I'm just gonna glue these down and then cut them. Make life easy on myself. Oh wait, I want to emboss this first. Okay, hold on, let me get my embossing folder. I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna use the Creative Expressions Candy Burst to make this one. I wanted to use this one, but it's too small and I'm not in the mood to piece that together. So let's make life easy and let's use what's available. We're gonna just run that through. And then we can glue it down and this is almost done. Okay, so we have that. So I'm not crazy about. Let's see. Nope, don't like it. Okay, give me a minute and I'm gonna figure out the other one. Okay, so I was able to piece it together and get it embossed. And what I did was I first embossed this section. And then I just flipped it over and then tried my best to match the pattern. And then once I matched it, I ran it through and it came out perfect. So the pattern is matched there, and you can tell because it all fell into place. That's the good thing about these that have it's pretty much the same pattern all the way through. It's easy to match them up. I just didn't feel like doing it today. I gotta be honest. All right, so we're gonna glue this one before we cut it. That side is pretty too. Let's glue this one down. And we're just gonna leave a little, just a tad of white showing. It's just to give it a little pop. I may have to trim one side a little bit. That's okay. Okay. And now we can trim it. I'm gonna take off just a tiny bit. Just a slither. A little bit more. Okay. And then we have that. And now we can go ahead and trim the top. I'm gonna put it a little closer. And there we go. Perfect. So we have that. And now we're going to do the same thing with our brown, our craft cardstock. Plenty of glue. And then just put it into place. We can go a little bit higher. I trim a little bit. A tad. So we have that. We're going to do the same thing. And we can maybe take, well, let me see. No, I think we're good. Probably have to take off a little bit off of here. And I think that's pretty good. So here's our tag. I'm really going to invest in the bigger tag dies because it'll make life much easier. Now we have to see what we want to do with this. Do we want to add some twine? Do we want to add some ribbon? Let's see. Do we want to do something like that? Or is that too simple? Check out what ribbon we have. We have that one. And we have this one, which is pretty cute. We have that one. We have to, let me see if I have more ribbons. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're gonna do plaid. And we're just gonna loop it a bunch of times. We can do it like that, or we can do a triple one. I think a double is fine. Remember, everything looks horrible until it looks better. Maybe I'll add some twine in the center. Let's see. No. So we can do something like that. Or just put it up on the top. But I think we need to add our sentiment before I even decide that, because I might change my mind. Okay, so we're going to stamp out, let's see. With love at Christmas, I think that's the one. And I think it was stuck here. Let me get that ready and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna stamp it out with our spine. And we're gonna just cut that out. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we can glue this down. Thinking maybe I want to pop this up with some foam tape. And then we're going to see where we want it. I'm just going to put it right down on the bottom. Bring it down a little bit more. I have to bring it close to me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Let's see. Just bring it a little more up. That's good. It's good as gonna get it. Okay. Now we can glue this one down. Bring that one up. And we're just leaving a little border around of red around the sentiment. I want it to look pretty much even with the bottom, just so it's a little more pleasing to the eye. And then I'll worry about the top. Okay. Yeah, as good as it's gonna get. Okay. And then we can just attach our bow. And that will be our tag. Trim that up. Let's cut this down a little bit. And then we would have a little tag. I love it. I think it's cute. Would I have chosen this ribbon? And maybe not, but it's what we have right now. So I'm not even gonna attach it just in case I changed my mind about it. But the tag itself looks super cute. You just gotta find a ribbon that appeals to you. And if you imagine that on your presents or on your gift bags, I mean, it's gonna make a big impression, right? It's gonna, your tree is gonna look beautiful, because I mean, that's art. At least my idea of art. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I'm gonna make another video with this gnome and the card to match this tag. But since this is already running long, we're just going to leave it right there. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.